Morning, Susan, Kane, and Bobby. Thanks for having me back in the store. I know time is really tight this morning, so I'm just going to jump right back to our conversation we had last week when we were discussing the goals of the dealership. So we were speaking specifically about the new and used car department and the fact that we really need to be selling about 100 new Hyundais a month. And we also have some certified pre-owned Sonata hybrids that you'd like to get rid of. So we were also discussing, what's working well right now. So the advertising that we're currently doing, advertising your leases on the Tucson and the Accent are doing really well. The issue there, though, is now we have low inventory and the profitability on those models aren't great. So we started talking about, well, what's the next thing we can do to sort of drive up sales and profitability? And so that's where the conversation is really starting to turn to personalization. It's no longer okay just to be serving up the same message to every one of your customers. And, you ask, well, why does that matter? The website really looks good right now. We cover all of our bases. We have lots of offers. It's pretty thorough and pretty clean. And I would agree with all of that. But really, why personalization really matters, if you think about companies like Amazon.com, like Spotify, Netflix, these are big retail giants that are posting gains year after year. They're all doing the same thing, and that's personalizing the message to their consumer. They've figured out a way to identify the intent of that shopper and then speak one-on-one by giving them unique content that's just interested in what that customer is looking to buy. And we see that model works. We also look at our own database. As you know, we have a massive data set, thousands and thousands of dealers on our network. And what we see across the board is very interesting. So we see that today the average dealer in our network receives about 40% of their website traffic from their paid search advertising, which probably isn't a surprise to you. But what is surprising is that 60% of the sales come from those visitors. And so you think to yourself, well, why are we getting 60% of the sales out of only 40% of the visitors? And if you think about what we're doing, we're thinking about how a customer goes to Google, they search up a keyword, they're looking for a Hyundai Sonata, they type it up, we learn their intent because they've actually told us they're looking for a Hyundai Sonata. We serve up an ad that's specific to that Hyundai Sonata shopper. They click on the ad, and then we're delivering to them a very customized, unique message that's all about the Sonata. Why the Sonata is good, the Sonata inventory, information that's very specific to that customer's needs. So we can see that that's when we curate an audience that way and we serve them up a personal message based on their intent, we get more conversions out of that traffic. And so that's really why personalization matters. If we can manage our audience and give them what they're looking for, we're going to get more conversions and thus more sales. So let's look and see actually how this actually works. So a customer is going to come to your website as they do today, and they're going to see the content that you have set up for them. They're going to be looking at your site. They're going to be seeing your slides. We might be able to show them here a beautiful picture of your nice showroom, your waiting area that you have, the fact that we have the Wi-Fi and the espresso machine and the cookies and the soda. This is all really good stuff. Our lineup is in alphabetical order. We are able to search for a vehicle, all makes and models, all trims. We have all of our deals scrolling through here, and we have customer reviews of all sorts. So it's a good-looking site, but this is the message we give to every one of our customers. So we're going to talk about now how we're going to actually learn a customer's intent and how we can serve a personal message. So a customer might come onto your site and they decide, okay, I'm looking for the Elantra. because I saw an ad on the Elantra and it looks pretty good, so I'm going to check it out. And so they're going to search your inventory. They see all your Elantras in stock. You have nice multiple pricing set up. You have your East price activated. It all looks good. Now that perhaps they either go back to your homepage or maybe they even leave your site and come back later. When they come back, now they're served up the first personal experience. Their shopping behavior on your website was the first trigger to let us know that this is an Elantra shopper, right? We have the Elantra hero image. We have now the model slider there starts out with the Elantra. We have the search widget starting with the Elantra. The specials widget is also showcasing the Elantra lease, and even our customer reviews is from an Elantra owner. So this is very clear now that we are sending a message to this Elantra shopper, just like your salesperson would do once they know that the customer is interested in Elantra. They're going to start pulling out all of the information they know to share with the consumer to sell that vehicle. Now, say for example, as many customers will do, that they think, well, you know what, we might need a little bit more rooms, and we heard about the Santa Fe, so maybe I might be interested in the Santa Fe. So they come down here into their model slider and they click on Santa Fe, and they click to learn more about the Santa Fe. They have this model landing page, shows the Santa Fe, it shows the colors that we offer the Santa Fe in. It even shows the difference between the different trim levels. Customer may leave or go back to the home page at some point, and bam, now personalization has kicked in again. The shopper's intent is now changed to Santa Fe, and so the website is adjusting to the Santa Fe message. We show the message, we show the Santa Fe, the SUV lineup, and our smart widgets below here have also changed based on this customer's intent, searching for the Santa Fe, a Santa Fe lease, and even a review from a Santa Fe owner. So you can see here how we're putting the right car in front of the right shopper based on their intent. When we do this, as we saw with Amazon and these other companies, when we put the right content in front of the shopper, we're going to increase our sales. So maybe perhaps the customer actually, and maybe even they view the Santa Fe inventory that we have. And look, now what we're able to do here is we're able to pull in the banner ad that we're running in your advertising to then further advertise this offer that we have on top of all of our Santa Fe offers. So now our advertising is now incorporated not just onto the landing page like we have it today, but really throughout the entire site in any of the smart widgets that we have. So maybe the customer is saying, you know what, I really like this Santa Fe, but that price is a little hefty for me. So maybe I'm going to look for a pre-owned vehicle. So they're going to go to the deal of the day. And we have these 3 sedans here. And they're interested in that Ultima. It looks kind of nice. So I'm going to click on that Ultima. They get all the specs about the car. That's a possibility. So they leave the site or they come back later. And now what would you expect to see? Yep, we're going to try to sell them a Sonata, right? We know they're interested in a sedan at this point. We need to move our Sonatas. Forget the competition. Here's the Sonata. So we can also use this platform to suggestively sell certain models. So if we think about the situation that you guys are in right now, we know that we have, we know that we really need to move more Sonatas and Elantras, but we have limited inventory on the Tucson and the Accent. So with this platform, we're really able to, if you think about it, what could we do? So if a customer is looking for a Tucson, we can tag the slide to say, whenever we find the intent of a shopper to be a Tucson, let's also suggestively sell the Santa Fe. We can also do the same thing with your accent shopper. When we find a customer comes to the site and is looking for an accent, we can serve up a slide that's also going to suggest the Elantra or the Sonata. So we can really use this technology to help you out when you are low in inventory. We also can use this to sell down excessive inventory by also, like for example, the hybrids you have, the extra hybrids you have. If we have a customer that's looking for a new Sonata hybrid, or I'm sorry, a new Sonata hybrid, we can show them alternatively. The second slide can be tagged to show the certified Hyundai Sonatas. So we can really use this information that we know about a customer to suggestively sell other models based on your needs and still speaking to what the customer is interested in.